and Sunbeam Tigers and Jaguar E-Types and run-of-the-mill 911s. And last year when I saw a Carrera RS outside, I'm like, oh wow, things have changed a lot, quite a lot. So this has been kind of a very different climate. My prediction, if you want it, and I'll probably be wrong, is they're going to sell that GTO this evening for $60 million plus. And what's going to happen with the rest of it is the rest of it's going to quietly, with a few exceptions, like many of the cars we looked at, like the GT40 prototype, those things, the 250 LM, because they very rarely come up, those are going to do some tremendous numbers in the 20s and $30 million range. The rest of it, the 330 GTCs that are really hot, the 365 GTC that's very hot, the Daytonas, which are finally getting to be hot again, which they should, they're going to maybe climb, I think, about 15 or 20% max, and that's what I see happening. But again, that's not a bad ROI if you think about it. You know, it's the only thing that's doing better than my portfolio than that is my Ford stock. I mean, which I bought at $1. I mean, so. That's a pretty darn good return on investment. The danger points in the market that I see right now, which things that keep me up nights, maybe because I have friends that buy them and I have some of them as well, is I think Jaguar E-Types are maybe the most beautiful car ever constructed, but they're very, very expensive for how many they build. I think Dinos are ridiculously expensive. I think the Porsche 911 market is just harebrained crazy, and I've had 23 911s. I own one now. I'm going to buy another one on Monday, literally. Those are very, very top-heavy markets price-wise for how. I mean, I get it. The guy has 23 911s, likes 911s, but they're neat cars, but they are not. They're almost becoming like Corvette guys. Well, it's an S. It's got, where Corvette guys. Well, it's power steering delete, so it's worth more money. I'm like, yeah, how is that worth more money? That drives like crap. I mean, but I mean, we're playing games with the TE and S game of what things are worth in the 911 range, and yeah, they're cool and all, and they're rarer. But the dirty little secret about 911s, if you've ever had a couple, is they all, from behind the steering wheel, they all drive exactly the same. Some are a little more powerful, some are a little less powerful. A Carrera RS, I've had one of those. It's a neat car, but my 911 SC was faster. I mean, that's legitimate. I had a Euro 911 SC, and it was at least as fast, and it was more comfortable and was built a little better. So a little less rattly. So again, those are the danger points in the market. I think the Japanese stuff, as I discussed earlier, is going to go. I think there's a Nissan GTR, which is a really cool Nissan car, and it's out there. It's got a twin cam 2-liter that was originally developed for the 432. See ya. Call me later. The Nissan 432 was the original Z car. It's a twin cam 2-liter all alloy block car, 5-speed gearbox, and we haven't seen one at public auction in the United States or in Europe even ever. They've been trading hands between very quiet collectors for the last couple 3 or 4 years for the $150,000 mark or so. It's going to do $300,000. That 2000 GT is going to do 1.3. I really do, and it's a good car. It's not a great car. It's just a decent car. It's also a right-hand drive car, which is much more common than a left-hand drive car. But I think we're going to see that market really hit pretty hard these days, because my friends my age did not grow up with that. They grew up reading about Pete Brock and John Morton and Bob Sharp and Paul Newman racing Nissans, and they're buying that stuff, and they have enough money to spend whatever it takes to buy the things they want. Yeah, my friend Tom Newton's got a Z4. The guy has a Z432 that he paid $350,000 for, which is a lot of money for a Datsun Z car. And he bought the Nissan 240Z Rally, Monte Carlo Rally car. We bought it earlier this year for a lot of money. The actual factory rally car, and then Pete Brock we flew him out to take a look and make sure it wasn't bunk. Because the rest of the team, he's the only person that is really alive anymore that knows what they're supposed to look like, and he went and looked at it and said, "Oh, you gentlemen need to buy this," and we bought that. So that market's coming next. Again, that being said, $300,000 300 SLs are safe right now because they're, again, automotive currency. If you want something else, people that somebody else has, you say, hey, I'll trade you the 300 plus 500 grand and we'll do the deal, because you can. The thing is, they're almost as liquid as a stock. If you want to sell a really nice 300 SL, you can sell it like that. Again, that's what's interesting about E-types. They're becoming currency too. If you know, I have been looking for 18 months for a BRG biscuit Series 1 E-type coupe non-flat floor car, and paying whatever it costs. Just tell me what it costs, we'll buy the car. It's not that kind of a situation. It's kind of situation where it's a crazy venture capitalist and he'll just put whatever zero on the check you want on it, and we can't find one. And we would, the person that comes, he doesn't want a driver. He wants, that. He wants a perfect car, and he's willing to pay whatever it costs, and there aren't any. I mean, so that's maybe the safety. We're a 911 though. If I want to buy a 1973 911S, I can buy one right now. I know where 5 are for sale, and I can talk to the guys. And that's maybe the difference between the E-type and the Jaguar market. Is the Jaguar market, you still can't find the cars really. You can find a Series 2 all day long, but man, you sure can't find good Series 1 cars for sale unless they're parked over there like that one. So that's my 2 cents. Any questions at all, guys?
Can I paint my Primrose